Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back to Well Spoken here on Spoak TV. I'm Carrie, I'm your host, here with a new hair color and a new episode. This is episode 4 already, and today we are working on designing a bathroom on a tight budget. Now, in previous episodes, you've seen me tackle different sort of spaces. We've done my bedroom, we've done a sort of pretend living room, and then we've also done just some general tips about decorating. So I wanted to just switch it up a little bit and do a space that is not only smaller, but just a completely different sort of vibe. So we have a bathroom. Alright, so to that point, let's talk about the challenges and really the unique challenges that working on a bathroom poses, which there are actually more than you might think. Personally, I think with bathrooms, especially in rental spaces, you're much more limited than just, 4 white walls around you. Unless you're completely starting from scratch for some reason, the space will already have some sort of foundation. So tiles, fixtures, builder grade sort of vanities and things like that, and oftentimes an existing color scheme too. If you're in a space that you own and that you can switch around, realistically, if it's a project that you want to take on, you can always change it. You have sort of the autonomy to do that. But in rental space, the space is not yours, and unless you really want to lose your security deposit, you can't just change the tile. Factors like these, I think, are really super in your face, but it's not something that you necessarily think of. So because of these factors, I really wanted to try this out and challenge myself to do a bathroom today in this episode. And also I wanted to add something a little extra to the mix just to keep it even more interesting. With that in mind, part 2 of the challenge is going to be designing a bathroom on a tight budget. This obviously is subjective, and a tight budget can look different for everybody, but for this context, I wanted to do an amount of $250. That might seem like a pretty healthy budget, and it honestly is for sure, but you'd be surprised to find that things like storage and textiles and organization can add up really, really quickly. As always, along the way, I'll be featuring the Spoak tools I'm using that can help you in the process of decorating, creating, or updating your space. Let's do it. All right, straight to Spoak we go. As usual, I'm gonna make a new project. For this, I'm gonna do something a little bit different than I've done in the past, and we're gonna use, instead of just the bare bones one where you sort of customize everything, today I'm gonna do one of the bathroom templates. This is a nice example, you could say, because similar to what you might find in a rental or in your existing space is that you already have things laid out already. So I'm gonna pretend like I'm working around these things for this. So we already have a tile color in place, this navy vanity with the marble, these brass accents. I want to first create sort of a direction for how I want to customize this space. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this, and then we're gonna head over to the Thingology feed. There are a bunch of different ways to really use this, but a few things that you can do is either do a simple keyword search, so something like bathroom, and here we have a bunch of images starting to pull in existing spaces and bathrooms already together. Things like other people's mood boards, which is interesting to look at. Okay, and another thing that you can do, and another way to use the Thingology feed, is also that you can use the filters, which you can select up here, and you can select sort of the granular categories if you just want a bath mat, but we can also do just all of bath and it'll come up with a bunch of products. While I'm doing this, I'm gonna go in and bookmark some of these so that I can have them handy and use as references. Also want to mention that for now, I'm just doing, with this preliminary search, I'm not really looking at pricing at this stage. I'm really just looking for inspirations. I will just find a sort of comparable item at somewhere that's much cheaper. And then another thing that we can also do once we start to get an idea of how we want things to look is go and create a color palette that we can easily insert into our project. So you've seen me do this before, but we're just gonna do it again really quickly. I am going to do the option where you can create a palette from an image just to bring in some of the colors that we already know we have, like that navy and the brass. And here we go. I actually really like this, honestly. This is sort of what I was thinking already. I'm gonna really try to bring in some of the more natural tones, some woods and things like that. Save, that's in our project, and then let's head back to the Thingology feed and keep sourcing some products. I think right now we're just gonna start using some of the stuff I pulled and see where that gets us. I feel like one of the things I want to start with is adding in a bath mat for some reason. I think it's one of the bigger items in the space, and also could just really help guide the direction that we're going in. I also should mention that based on what we're working with, I already sort of know that this isn't gonna be necessarily like what I would consider my typical vibe and like the direction I might actually take a bathroom, but I also think that's a fun part of the challenge and a fun part of like doing these episodes is that like I don't have to design in my typical style. You know what I also might do just for fun is maybe to like really indulge in the bathroom, I might do some paint. I might take the paint away. I don't know how I really feel about that, but for now we will keep it. Maybe we'll do an accent on the back or something just to make it more fun, or maybe put in some wallpaper, though we probably won't have budget for that. I pulled some stools, I pulled some natural colors, and then I also pulled what I thought maybe might be fun to just complement this navy vanity. That's kind of fun, I like that. And then we have our trash can there. Wanted to do a little check-in and show you like where we are right now. I've been working with this for a bit because it was just like not feeling right. I was trying to make things work that weren't working. I played around with some paint colors a few times and switched some things around. So right now I decided to paint the walls green. I love a moody bathroom. I love a moody room in general. I actually think that this like very traditional hunter green shade works well with the very traditional navy. And then I also wanted to bring in some sconces that sort of frame this mirror. I actually originally had this bath mat here in a cream color, but I thought it could be a nice opportunity to bring in another color into the color palette, and so I went with a, you know, sort of rich burnt orange. For now I have this stool here. I have a little toothbrush makeup holder. I think I'm just gonna look for some sort of finishing pieces, probably 1 or 2 art pieces, and then I'll see where we are netting out with prices. I'm gonna go in and add up everything that is in this and then sort of see where I'm netting out. We have the wall color, which I think would be 1 can of paint worth. Our bath mat, which is on sale at Urban. I'm gonna swap this stool. I'm looking now, I didn't realize it was $100, and put in a similar style stool from IKEA. We have our sconces, which might also need to be replaced. 2 together is $100. This little vessel guy here. We have our shelf. We need our print, bath towel, and hand towel. Okay, did some quick math there, and actually, it's crazy how fast numbers add up. We will need to do some adjusting because we are at $328, which is almost $80 over budget. To IKEA we go. Let's see where we're at now. That puts us at $252. That's $2 over budget, but I'm gonna call that a win in this case. This is our bathroom design. Again, very different from something I would normally maybe go for or like design. But again, I felt like with the base of what we had, this sort of made the most sense. And I'm glad that I was still able to incorporate something that feels authentic to at least something that I do like, which is a moody vibe. I will also note that I did use backdrop paint for this, which is part of the Spoak Trade bundle. Because it is a premium paint, is $69, which is obviously a big part of the budget. In real life, you could probably do something for $20, which would give you tons more budget to work with. I hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. I hope that if you're feeling like challenging yourself in a similar way, definitely feel free to do that. Tag me, tag Spoak, show us what you came up with and also what you think. If you're looking to do something similar, or if you're looking for a little help budgeting with a bigger project even, there is a budgeting template in Spoak, which I've talked about before, that is super helpful and will just sort of add everything up for you. But yeah, that is the episode for you. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope that you had fun seeing this sort of challenge, which was challenging again on many ways. I will see you guys on the next episode, and happy designing. All right, bye guys.